Greetings everyone, JC here for Interface. It is a screencast today talking about making mix CDs using Adobe Audition 3. Now what we're going to talk about is how you can create a CD where the audio is seamless but yet your tracks are marked wherever you want them to be. And this video was inspired by a question I got from a good YouTube friend of mine named Vinyl12s, also known as Phil. He's got a couple of YouTube channels where he features great music from 12-inch promo singles that were sent out to radio stations back in the 70s and 80s. Here is Adobe Audition 3 running on my Windows 7 desktop. Adobe Audition is professional audio editing software, and it's basically a recording studio in a box. If you have a computer that can run it, you can do any kind of audio production you can think of. I use it for freelance audio production, and I've done everything from audio restoration to making commercials for radio stations and radio broadcast, and all the little goodies that you hear between the records, mix those and put those together. Plus I've used it to actually mix music for local artists so they could have demo CDs. So it's very versatile and you can do pretty much anything with it. This video will not be a general overview of the software simply because we don't have time for that in a single video. Lots of great features in Adobe Audition. We're going to concentrate today on just making a CD where the audio is seamless and we'll put the tracks where they need to be. First of all, we're going to need to create some audio to put on our CD. And one of the cool things about Adobe Audition is that you can just record into it and then burn it directly to CD or mix it in with other, things that you would like to have on the disc. So let's just record an intro real quick. Here we go. Hi, JC with Interface, and this is our demonstration CD. And I just recorded that. And we're going to trim that up a little bit. Just do some pretty basic editing. Maybe we'll put a groovy little fade on the end. So we have our audio track that's going to start our CD. Now we're going to jump over here to multi-track, and all you got to do is once a file is recorded or imported, just drag it in. So this will be our track 1. There it is right there. Now we are going to import some audio from somewhere else to add to our CD. This could be anything. It could be stuff that you've recorded, from your tapes and vinyl and restored. It could be MP3 files you bought and downloaded off of Amazon. Any sort of audio you could possibly think of, you could put on your CD. Today we're going to use some production music. I actually own the rights to this music, so YouTube cannot complain that I'm using it in the video soundtrack here. If they do, I'll just be very nasty with them and tell them, I bought this, it's mine. So we've dropped that into the mix. And what we're going to do now is just make sure that the the segue is the way we want it to be. So here we go. Let's audition this. E. Well, that's a little loose, I think. Let's tighten that up just a touch. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so I can see a little better. And let's see what that sounds like. In CD. Okay. Let's add one more track to our little demonstration disc here. Same deal. Just go to Import. Audio, and we'll choose another piece of audio out of this folder here that has all these little production music goodies in it. There we go. That'll work just fine. Okay, it's loaded it up, and as you can see, we're not using all of the tracks. We're only using track 1 and 2 in the multi-track editor here. You get up to 128 stereo tracks to work with. Let's hear what that sounds like. That's a pretty tight segue right there. Now also with Adobe Audition, in case you're not familiar with using the multitrack, you can go through and you can change the levels and other properties for each clip you have loaded. So I'm going to open up the clip properties for the first clip here, and I want to just bring the audio up just a couple of dBs here. We'll make it about 2 dB louder. How's that? Hi, JC with Interface, and this is our demonstration CD. That sounds a lot better. Now once you have all your files in your multitrack the way you want it, you have all your effects the way you want them to be, and you have set your audio balance and levels, and it's just perfect, then what you want to do is you want to turn this into a mixdown file. So we're going to do that right now. And the system will create a mixdown. Here is our file. that we were starting out with. So let's give that a quick listen. Hi, JC with Interface, and this is our demonstration CD. Looks good to me. Now what we need to do is go through and mark our tracks. I mean, at this point you would do whatever you're going to do as far as any final audio processing, mastering for your CD. You'd get it all into this file, and here's where you would, reset your levels and do your normalization and whatever you wanted to do. And what we want to do is we want to add the tracks at this point. So we zoom in, take a look here, and CD. All you do, this will be the beginning of track 2. So we insert a CD track marker. And then scroll ahead here to look for track 3, the beginning of track 3. Let's see if we can do it by sight. I think that's it right there. Let's give it a shot. No, I'm in the middle of something. I've made it so tight it's hard to find just by looking. There's the beginning of our track. Right there. So we'll start our CD mark here. That will be the beginning of track 3. Now that we have all our marks into the file, then what we need to do is go ahead and get ready to burn it to a compact disc. That's easy to do. Just simply drag mix down into the CD editing suite here. And as you can see, it comes up with some options. And make sure that we have no pauses between the tracks. This should automatically set itself the way we want it. So we click Add. Here are the tracks on our CD. And all we would have to do to finish is write the CD. Now, of course, for this demonstration, everything that I've showed you has taken just a few minutes. However, in reality, this is something that could probably take days to do, preparing each individual track for the CD. Now, if you do not want to make a CD where everything is all blended together, have no fear. That is pretty easy to do. I'm going to go through here and remove these different tracks. We can create a more traditional CD where we take the individual files, drag them in, then we would get a CD that would be a traditional disc with spaces in between. So there you go. That's how that's done. Creating a seamless audio CD with Adobe Audition 3. And you can also take any big WAV file or any audio file and chop it up into tracks. So if you, for instance, have a cassette tape that you would like to put on a CD, you could take the entire tape, record it into the system in one big file, and then just simply go through and drop the tracks on it as we've done here. So there you go. There you have a general overview of how to create a seamless audio CD using Adobe Audition 3. If you're not already familiar with the software and you need professional quality audio editing on your PC, it is definitely one of the first programs you want to check out. It is the choice of audio professionals all around the world in recording studios and radio stations. Special thanks to Phil for sending the question that inspired the video. JC here reminding you to check out Interface live at live@scottydonline.com. That's Friday nights, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, U.S. And be sure to check us out online for past shows and videos here at the Interface webcast page, live@scottydonline.com. We also want you to be part of our community, and you can do that very easy by sending any sort of suggestion that you have for the show to any one of these ways of getting in touch with us. You can do it by email, Twitter, Facebook, and we're looking for your video contributions as well. If you have a product review or just a rant or a how-to, we'd love to see it. It will end up on the show. While you're here, check out our lovely gear store as well. Here you can pick up all kinds of groovy interface items, t-shirts and mugs and things for your pets and your grandmother and your entire family. So you can check that out as well. And it all is right here at live@scottydonline.com. That is the home for the Interface webcast. JC, waving bye-bye. Thanks for watching, guys.